Johnny Bears, Brian Denham, what's going on? What is up, guys? Let me know if you can hear me, man. I'm trying to jump in here and get things set up quickly. Hey, I don't know if you guys remember from Wednesday, and I don't know if you guys have been seeing the community tab, but we're going to have Window Tinting Queen hanging out with us tonight, and David from Artistic Window Tint. Now, if you guys remember before, we had David on. David was like one of the first people on, other than Jay Bird, David was like one of the first people where we really got down deep and try to pick the mind of someone that's been running a business in window tinting for years, I like learning stuff like that. I like learning how people run their business and how they do things because I'm learning too. And so it's a good thing. So they are getting ready to roll. What is up? What is going on?
How's it going?
Oh man, it's going good. It's just another beautiful day, man.
Yeah, no,
So,
it's a nice day today here in Houston.
Oh, see, okay. Now let me just ask. Now you were on Facebook. So were you hiking today? Were you out hiking this morning, right, Dave?
I just went not too far from my house with a friend and just walked a long hour.
They walked and then they walked and burned a couple hundred calories because we went to have breakfast and ate a 5,000 calorie breakfast.
There you go. Yeah. I'm gonna go eat and then we'll just go walk some of that off. You know what I mean?
We burned the calories.
Right.
More back on.
Right. So hey, if any of you guys, Brian and Johnny, Sick Raps, if you guys make sure you can hear us really good, because I know Davey said I was loud last time, but hopefully we're all good today.
Yeah, hopefully, like you said, everything's good. I see you.
Would we be able to read comments too or no?
You know what? I'm gonna try my best to put the comments up so when they have questions for you guys, we can we can touch base on that.
I could live stream on my.
Yeah, I mean that's easy too because you can see it as it's going along too. So that's another option. You know what I mean? But man, it seemed like it took a minute. It took a minute, but we finally got Liz on the stream. Liz I think Liz is coming out of that shell now. She's ready to blow up. She's ready to just go crazy.
I'm all in.
There it is. Because David, like I was saying a little bit earlier, we touched base and we talked about a couple things, but I was saying like I think the business really started to just like really like I remember you guys from way back in the day. You guys like were in the garage, so I felt like I had that attachment to you guys because I'm starting off in the garage. If Dave is doing it, they're like, I didn't know you as Dave, but if there's a company doing it out of their house, I was always watching your videos and I was looking up to like, I'm doing it out of my house. So I felt that connection like years ago. So I think that people that are coming up and starting, they realize they can do quality work and do good installs, treat customers well out of their house, as you know what I mean, when you guys are first doing that, But then you said, yeah, oh, right. Yeah, something happened, you had to go, right?
Yeah, the city came.
The city.
More crowded as it should necessarily been. So yeah, it wasn't a disadvantage to basically be forced to get bigger. If we weren't so big, they might not have noticed or cared, but it was just so crowded every day, it makes sense that we shouldn't be that busy in the house.
Gotcha. Yeah, I noticed that as well. Like, I like to kind of, like I said, I'm by appointment, and I know you guys have said your guys are just first come, first serve. You know what I mean? And so it does at my house. I do start to notice that, like, I got a car over here, I got a car over there. I wish this guy would come pick this car up so I can get that car out of here. So, like, I talked to Dave before, like, so what I was going to say was you guys seem to really, and I was telling Liz this, it seemed like after you got in the shop, and then, like I said, Liz is really starting to be the people person, be the face of everything. It seemed like things just like took off like crazy, just from my perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say too, we were a little bit not shy, but just hesitant to put too much stuff on Facebook. Not to say we didn't, but just the whole way we were kind of exploding it to say, like, now we have more of the right to do what we're doing. And so now, say, sharing it for social media, we don't like the house. You can almost say we were a little bit hiding what we were up to. Intentionally having it rough.
Oh,
now,
gotcha.
It's good to show how busy we are. So I don't think
right.
that's what they got us in trouble, but now there's nothing to hide when it comes to look how busy our shop is. Or we didn't want to show how busy the garage was.
Right. Yeah, I know the city is. I guess I never really thought about the city and all that stuff. Like I'm out in the country, so there's a deer walk through the backyard. Deer really don't care too much, you know what I mean? So for me, I'm out in the country and stuff like that. But I think it's cool because like you guys are able to represent on your own. Like, see, I knew of Liz's channel. If you guys just jumping in, I got Liz, all her information down below in the description. So guys, go follow her. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of work. Like people don't realize how much work it takes to create videos, to do things to kind of show off your presence. And you guys do that. So Liz, how are you managing some of the social media now? Because you've been like really stepping it up. So how are you managing the video, the social media? You had your daughter filming you the other day. Like, it's just crazy.
It's a lot. I mean, you do work around the clock. I mean, I'm posting things at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, you know? So it is around the clock that I'm doing things. But if I take pictures and I take videos, I post them immediately.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm taking a picture that day, it's getting posted that day. If I'm doing a video that day, it's getting posted that day, you know?
Right.
I think like in our tint community, you have people that ask, the question, how long does it take to tint a car? Some people say it's a good 2 hours. Some people brag that it's about an hour. Some people are claiming 3 or 4 hours. And what she does with the social media, I think she's like the person who tints a car in 45 minutes to an hour. If it takes me 2 or 3 hours to post something on social media, I kind of just put it out the side and don't worry about it. But I'm amazed at how much content she
But he is a perfectionist, that's why. With my videos, I just edit it real quick and then I'm bam, out. If I post something and somebody's like, hey, you called Ford Mustang and Chevy Mustang. Oh well, you know.
Right.
Like, I don't
Not
care.
that.
It's a mistake, and I don't care to go back. And I just, I'm quick to post it, and I'm quick to realize, I'm not perfect.
Hello, Jason.
Yeah, we got some people in there. Hanging out. So that was one of the things I kind of struggle with because as I get busier, I look to how you guys are able to like still maintain the work and then you still got the social media presence. I think your social media presence is awesome because I love seeing the lives, what you do. If you're walking through the shop with the lives and you're walking out in the parking lot saying, hey guys, come down, we got the food truck. Or you're doing like, the guys out here out front, he's home. I mean, any little thing, like I eat that up. I'm all about that,
Yeah, I never know what I'm going to post, so every day is different. So I post as whatever we get, here's what I'm going to post, here's what I'm going to talk about. I never know. I don't plan it. I plan it as it goes.
But that's some of the best content. That content, like me, I'll do something, I'll be inspired by something. I'm like, I have no time to do it. So I love that you guys can do that like instantaneously because that's just like the real. Like you think of,
a live documentary or generally a journal that you can go.
Yeah.
It's not scripted in that level, but it's like here's where we're at now. Here's what we've done today. Here's where we're headed tomorrow. And so it's
right.
Like you say, it's unscripted, and that's what's hard about when you script something. You have to work the script, then go and then edit it, then look at it, then decide until you're done with it. But this is all like a linear recording of what's going on.
Yeah, it's kind of like a sneak peek of our shop. It's like when you see we don't personally, we don't have videographers that, take our videos and clips it, makes it look nice and stuff. Everything is just what you see, what you get.
Yeah.
It's real.
I'm working on one now that shows me taking about an hour and 43 minutes, I think it was, just to take tint off the back window. And so, in order to edit that, I have to start with an hour and 43 minute footage, and then try to figure out where to cut it and edit it. Keep watching it over and over and little bits.
I know.
So 2 hours at a time here, 2 hours at a time there doesn't even complete the job. It just work, but like what we're doing there, what she's doing, is just nice to be able to be awesome to post and prove and show kind of how we're operating.
Right. And I always keep thinking about the first come, first serve thing because, and like I was saying earlier today, like when you have, I was telling Liz, when you have that presence there that you've been able to do, like, okay, you have Liz. I think, don't get me wrong here because I think of Liz as the face of Artistic Window Tinting. I hope that's not me, but I think of Liz. When I think of Artistic Window Tinting, I think of Liz, the Window Tinting Queen. I think of that. You know what I mean? Because like I was saying earlier, when you can go to the shop, you walk into the room, I want to get my windows tinted. Someone has this bright, glowing personality. How can I help you? It just makes it so much easier easier for someone to come in and know they can talk to someone and know that they will help them out, and that, like I said, that personality that shines and stuff like that. So that's what I was saying earlier. You know?
Customers and stuff, they walk in through the doors and they feel like they know us forever. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
walk up to the door, you know, they watch our videos, they follow us and stuff. So it's really just comforting.
Right. And I mean, that's one of the things, like I said, I've always watched you guys and always just been a fan of your guys' work. So I think personally, now with all the extra stuff that we get to see, that everyone can see, you guys follow the social media, it opens up stuff to seeing more from you guys. You know what I mean? I love it. I enjoy it. So like Liz was one of the first ones. I copied her style. She had the tray, and she'd take her tray into the back of the car, and I copied that guy. So I got that from Liz. I gave credit to her in the video, but I want everyone to know I got it from Liz. That was Liz's style.
Now I wear my couch. So
I've been seeing that.
Yeah, I sit here and there, but normally, I don't take the tray anymore. I just do my couch because it's faster for me. I just run to the
Okay.
store, keep me a tent, you know.
Right. Yep. So okay, Liz, I'm gonna ask the question. So what do you feel as far as window tinting is like? What do you like to do? Like, do you? I mean, I've seen a lot of videos where you're doing back glasses when you're filming and stuff like that. So what is like your favorite part, like to tint on a car? You know what I mean? Or do you have a favorite, like, you know? Yep.
Yeah, back
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Heat it, install it. I'd rather do a back window than doing doors, personally.
Yeah.
I think we love like windshields, back windows.
Yeah.
I had
And then so.
in and out of the cars as much. I mean, I'm generally doing the windshields, not as many back windows, and then just the doors. As we're saying, I'd probably rather do a back window, but I guess I'm happy I'm not, shaping my body in a little ball. So it's nice to
Right.
for the window and tint it. But I definitely
Right.
the back windows or the windshields are kind of the more
They said
fulfilling.
we're too far from the mic. They can't hear us.
They can't hear us.
Did someone say we're too far from the mic? Oh, okay.
First thing.
So we'll sit up.
Too far. Oh yeah. So a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. Maybe I think I can actually. Hold on. I think I can actually adjust that a little bit though. I think.
Yeah, let's.
Oh,
Yeah, too far from the mic. Okay. Sorry, you guys. You guys didn't hear us. We were trying to
I got it.
And lean back.
There we go. Nope, you're good now. I adjusted it, so you guys should be good. Yep, I adjusted it. All right, cool. I felt like when I was starting, I felt like back windows, were so tough with the heat and stuff, but now I actually enjoy doing back windows. I look forward to doing back windows on a car, and I think it just...
Windows, I was wet shrinking. And
Oh, see, yeah, I know, yep. I was just gonna say that. You wet, yeah, like you were wetting, so I don't know how you do
I
that.
don't wet anymore.
Now,
I have never,
Yeah,
ever
now it's
done
drying
that.
Because drying is so much faster. I remember I did
Yeah.
a windshield when I started. It was on a truck. And I filmed it and everything. I posted the video, but I had to pin it 4 times. The windshield.
That's crazy.
I would be done, and in the corner, I'd crease it. I did it 4
Yeah.
times. And then I posted the video, and then some guy, before I would take negative comments and stuff as just personally, as like an attack. And this guy basically said that I look like a fat pig.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Good grief.
I look like a fat pig trying to sit in that windshield or something, And I was like horrified with that comment. But I didn't take the video down. I did block him, and then we were having that discussion, about it. And then, stupid me, I just retaliated with wearing some type of showing my body, which I kind of regret doing that because why did I need to do that to prove my point? But
Right.
I have that Tesla video that I wore like a bikini looking thing. It was like my
Yeah.
out here just to kind of
Yeah.
I'm not a fat pig, And I don't know.
Right.
Now I look at the video, I didn't take it down, but I was embarrassed.
Hey, there's so many trolls. I mean, they are, and you gotta like I said earlier, we gotta just kind of shake it off and just keep going, because I feel like this. I feel like if we post a video and you have like, let's say 20 likes or something on that video, you know how it is. You post a video, you're hoping for the best, hoping for it to people to view it and see it. And you get one guy, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to sweat one guy out of like 10 comments and all 10 are good. I'm not even going to give that guy any of my time. You know what I mean? I just don't even bother anymore, you know, because we all know that. Dave, Liz, we all know how the YouTube thing is, and people are going to say something. People are going to give it a thumbs up. We know that.
Hi, Angela.
This is what it is.
Mom, thanks for tuning in.
Oh, what's up? Dave's mom is hanging out. Yep. And see, someone says how long does it take to get good at back windows, and like it's something every day. Every time you approach one, you're hoping you just knock it out, right? That's your whole. You don't want to waste film. You want to get the customer in and out. Don't you guys feel like you just every time you approach it, you're like hoping you just kill it, you know?
I started with, to say the least, the doors and the quarters. To say once I say efficiently started doing okay with all them is when I then moved on to a back window. So if somebody said it was 2 years until I was able to tint a whole car, but really the first year was just focusing on doors. The second year, which you could say, it only took me a year to learn the back window. But overall, it took me 2 years to get to that point. So it's even hard to say how long it could take, to do the back windows, or it's just to say the time frames could be, as we're saying, a 7 minute to 30 minutes.
Right. Yeah, no, it's like every time it's the first time, right? Sometimes it's like every time the first time, but
Or something in there, it's like,
I know. That's, and like for windshields, and like when I see you guys do windshields, I still stop and I'm like almost like staring, because I'm like, how is he doing this? What is his step? Make sure you didn't get it, because we know like it's gonna take, a windshield is a lot of energy, work, and effort, and you hope you nail it the first time, and you hope you can send that customer like on his way. You know what I mean? Like I watch you guys' video because I'm seeing what you do. Yeah, it's a lot of work, Yeah,
I used to take a vinyl tape, a vinyl sticker, and I would cut it up in order to cover up the vents. And then I would stick the soap rope down at the bottom, and then I would take towels and put them over the top. Those new soap, what are they, dash covers, the dash shield?
Dash protector. We absolutely love it, and he's not paying us to say that. We love it.
Oh, yeah?
That's my first go-to.
Yeah.
If I know there's space, I'll use that. If it's tight, I might
really
use the other steps, but I'll use that one. It's a lot better than taking vinyl tape, taping up all the little speakers, and then,
Have you used it yet, Wayne?
I haven't, but I saw your video on it before, and it keeps me thinking about that because it has a soak rope on the edge of it, right? So it's just one deal, right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to check that out. Check that out.
That's a free one just to test it out, and we got 2 more. So we were
awesome.
Like, we love this.
Yeah, I used it today. I had a friend come by, and I had to retint a windshield on his, and so I was able to again, I was just so happy I could just use one item to cover up.
Yeah.
It just kind of really does the trick.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, because like I said, I saw it first, you guys using it. I saw the video first with you, and it's like, okay, they're using it, they're checking it out. So that's crazy. So how do you guys feel like so Liz, if you're checking people in the front, you're using the TintWiz app and all that stuff too, or you doing all that with it, or no?
No. Well, the TintWiz app is what we're starting to just basically send out if someone's asking for a quote. Before we would, kind of email them back to quotes, because we would get quote requests from Facebook, from Instagram, from private messages, from because people do have my personal cell phone number as well, so I get that.
Oh, okay.
Now we have everything today. There's a link that you basically just send to customers. So that's TintWiz is just to send quotes out, and then so no, I'm not using them to check the customers in. When they come in, we have
our old original kind of form, which is just to get car information, customer information, and then disclaimers, the California laws, and then just these different things.
She can't hear you.
And so, just to say the least, we're just still using the old traditional forms we had. I do think, not to say I'm waiting until the winter time when it slows down, but I do think that the TintWiz app is where we'll transition into. It's definitely working well with the leads right now. And then, as I was going to say, I know other people use like Google Calendar and all that. There's all sorts of ways to keep appointments. But I never had a system in the past, and I didn't want to venture into it. And now that I'm already using this app for leads, I know that when I'm ready, because we were thinking maybe just trying to do appointments for Saturdays, you know, and that way we can start working with it and seeing, you know, getting used to it on the field. We're not working Saturdays right now, so.
And Eric is so awesome, you know.
Right.
We weren't using his app, but you know, with him kind of just sending us things and stuff like that, he, you know.
Yeah, he was just really
forward.
branding himself.
Yeah.
He wasn't ever expecting people to say, you know, it's
Yeah,
you know,
you have to use my app. It
Yeah.
wasn't like forcing it upon
Right.
us, like that. So we're like,
Right.
let's give it a shot. Because we did have our own like Excel spreadsheets that we were using
Right.
for customers and data and things like that, you know. And so now I believe we're still using the spreadsheet to kind of track our customers. That's how we know, you know, who left reviews and stuff like that. I have like a whole spreadsheet. So every single
Oh,
day,
gotcha,
responding to
gotcha.
Reviews, I have
That's
spreadsheets.
crazy.
I track who's leaving the reviews. I have pictures of customers. So if a customer left a review, you know, like I kind of mentioned, we had a negative review. I can't find that customer's name in our
Right.
spreadsheet. And so I'm like, who is this
That's
customer?
crazy.
So I don't know what happened. Maybe she had called and got a bad experience or whatever. But she didn't leave a comment for me to know what had happened. Why did we deserve a 1 star? So it's kind of
Right.
You know, but yeah, like I said, I can't find her name in our spreadsheet. And I track. I'm so good at tracking every single customer.
That's crazy. See, I can't even do all that. I can't even begin to touch that
It's a lot
because,
of
like, that's a lot of work. Like, I've never even imagined that much more amount of work. Like, there's no way I can, you know.
The window tinting industry, I think, like what we're doing, it is a lot of us window tinters create their own platform. They work with what they've kind of just, what works for them. Where with a lot of
Yeah.
other companies and businesses, to do it yourself is challenging, but then to even come up with your own, you know, design is hard. But with window tinting, I think it's, you know, once you're a good tinter, now you just come up with those common forms. How do I create a receipt? How do I get in contact with customers? And these are things that as a small business in window tinting, you could really achieve. And so it's
Yeah.
funny, like you say, these groups and all these things we're into, it's just, you know, it's interesting now that we're all connecting and able to see how do you do it? How do you keep appointments? Or is it first come?
Right.
First served? You know, what if
Yep.
somebody had a warranty? Are you able to find them from years ago or not?
So T
Right.
Town Tents asks, where do the leads come from? Through the app? Does the Google people go through the app? So the leads come from, they'll message you through like Instagram, Facebook, you know, asking for a quote. And what you do is you have these different types of leads in the Tinted app. And then Dave has created
Okay.
an Instagram reply, a Facebook reply, a Google reply, and we copy that link and paste it to the customer's reply to tell them, and then they'll have to click on the link and then put in the year, make, and model of their car and stuff like that, and then the link, that lead
Gotcha.
comes to Tintwiz. So we're able to track now that we weren't able to, you know, do before, where leads are coming through. How much are we getting through Google?
Yeah.
How much are we getting through, you know, Instagram? How many leads are we getting through Facebook? So it's all
Right.
coming and, you know, going to one place.
Yeah, so the Tinted
That's
is
what's
Oh.
great about the app.
it's a platform that we're able to create, not a website, but you're able to create a lead form, which is almost like, say, an application. And then you are able to, the people that if they go to my website as a quote request, it's embedded in my website. So that's one place if
Oh.
somebody just went to our website, they would come across it and fill it out. As she was saying,
Gotcha.
people on Instagram, Facebook, all these other social medias, they personally message companies and say, what do you charge? You could either as quickly answer the question, or you could say, here, fill out this form from this link I'll give you. And then that link just goes straight into our TintWiz app once
And
they fill it
anybody
out.
can reply to it. So
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, see, that is new to me because I didn't know that either. So,
is it solar window tinting?
solar window tinting. He also has a YouTube channel as well. So it's kind of crazy, like the YouTube connection and stuff like that. It's all hanging out together. You know what I mean? But you guys have a lot of social media because you have Liz has like what? Liz, you have like 5 or 6 forms of social media. Then you have Dave has some. Then you have artistic window tinting. You have a lot to
Yeah.
manage.
Yeah, it is hard to manage. You know, I do lack on my window tinting one because I'm so focused on the artistic, you know? So you
Yep.
do lack in certain areas because you can't give it all, you know,
No.
everywhere.
It's hard. Yeah.
Far and beyond. I mean, if you were to hire somebody, it's not like you could expect them to go home and you know, they could obviously have their own channel, but I'm just saying as far as for the business, you wouldn't expect them to work after time and overtime and all these things,
Right.
which is more of a
Right.
passion. And that's why, like you
Right.
said, that's I think what's helped us grow, because if you don't put in the extra work, unless there's something, unforeseen, the extra publicity or the extra, show doesn't come up. So it's all the extra stuff that we do on top of, as you said, how busy it already is.
We are. We're
Yeah.
24/7 talking about Ted. We eat, sleep, window tinting.
Eat, sleep,
Dream.
See, and I give you.
But it's real. Like, I'll be thinking about something, and I'll wake him up at like 11, 12 at night. Like, hey, I got it. Like, this idea about like this is what we're gonna do.
see,
And then I'll jot.
and see that's. There's no getting away from it, because for me, I like to go home and like, if I have like an hour where no one messages me, I'm like, oh, I don't have to worry about that. And then the rest of my family, they're not doing nothing tint related, so I feel like I can kind of get away from it a little bit,
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I've heard your posts, or your comments. You do say, you do not a short day, but if you have to take your daughter out or do things with the family. But the fact that what I really see is just what you post on YouTube, the things you're doing here on Facebook, and it's, to say the least, it appears to me that you're working as hard and as much as we are on a 24-hour basis.
I got to tear myself away from it, man. I could, but I try to leave it alone a little bit. You know what I mean? Hopefully I don't know if my mic is acting up or what that is.
Crackling a little bit.
What the heck? Let me see.
Yeah, I know, like with this dinner battle stuff that's coming up, kind of the next avenue is just kind of keeping us like interested in other people's, what they have planned ahead for themselves.
They actually got my fire, like, they reheated my fire, because the window tinting page, I was kind of like ignoring it for the longest time.
She reached the goal of the, 1,000, 10,000?
Or yeah, I have the 1,000 subscriber on my YouTube, and I was like, okay, I reached my goal, I'm done. I was uploading and stuff, and then I kind of let it die down, and then the tech battle kind of comes into play, talking to Carlos and all those awesome people. I'm like, holy crap, this is, it kind of reignited my fire. Like, I'm like, oh shit,
exactly.
I want to be the window tinting queen. I want to get my name back out there,
Yep. Because I could tell. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like it's kind of just blossomed into so much more lately, and I've enjoyed seeing all that much more content from you guys and from both your pages and stuff like that. And I think it's awesome. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Because like, I guess for me still, I can remember like back in the garage days, and I've been following everything for this whole time, and it's just cool seeing that. I don't understand what that is. That's the first time it's ever happened. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure out what is going on. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's just like as soon as you start talking, it crackles.
Yeah. Maybe hold on, let me see. That's weird. It's like a little gremlins in there or something. You still there?
Yeah. And you're set up for work tomorrow. You say you have kind of appointments, right?
Oh yeah. See, I've been using that Appoint Fix app that lets me basically put everything in there, and I can put the person's name, I put notes, and I have their cell phone number in there, and I put the price in there, and then I could just text them back like, hey, are you still ready for your window tint appointment tomorrow? And to touch base with them. But it's all through the phone, it's all through text, and it's worked out pretty well for me. But I like the whole lead thing because I still struggle. Facebook.
Oops.
He usually comes back in sometimes.
I'm like,
My camera has a 30-minute timeout, so.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out I've never had this noise in my mic though, so I'm trying to figure out what that is, because it sounds like someone's typing. I don't hear this. But I I use that app a lot, and it generally works out pretty well. But I like the whole idea of the lead thing, so I'll probably be looking into that as well. I mean, after you guys kind of inform me a little bit more of what it's about and how you can use it, because you always have these people, especially like on Facebook, they're how much to tint my truck? And then you got to sit there and spend all that time going back and forth with them. Oh, what kind of truck is it? What do you want? This and that. Got to quote you correctly. So it's been crazy trying to deal with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one of the I wouldn't call it pros and cons, but just one of the things I noticed with, call it the Tint Whiz lead form, and I'm sure this would work on any kind of form, but you populate it with the questions. So if you just basically reply with give us your year, make, and the model, and a phone number, and then you almost say leave it at that. And they could leave a question and they can say I was curious about having just my front doors. But if they don't answer anything, then you could reply back with just a quote that basically is for a full tint job. But if I've kind of set it up so it says, what are you looking to get tinted? Like the legal tint job as one scenario with the front doors, because that's technically illegal in California, or just your two front doors. So I have these options, or do you want a visor? And if they select more than one, then I have to come up with the answer, which is you make it in a repetitive template. So if they only want a standard tint job, that's template number one. You send them that, they get it, it's done. If they want a full standard tint job and a visor, then there's a template for those two things. I press one button, it sends them the two. But the more I ask the questions, then the more I have to keep coming up with a new template. So it's funny that it's not just as easy as just one click, two click, unless you keep it simplified. But if you were a company that did like how maybe you're doing ceramic coating, you're doing rims and tires, and you want to inquire, were you interested in this or are you interested in that? If they answer yes, then now you have to have those answers. If they don't answer, it should sometimes just be a simple answer. Most of the time it is just a standard common tint job. And that's what makes it quicker than I had ever been doing it before. I had an extensive step here, step there, step here, but now it's just a couple of clips on one app, and that's what I'm kind of interested in.
Gotcha.
People don't have to confirm the prices. They don't have to accept it because we don't do appointments.
Yeah, I have to manually put in there. I have it like it's written 3 times where I can see somebody can get annoyed, but it says, first of all, we're first come, first serve. Second of all, remember, we're first come, first serve. Third, if you're done approving, it's going to ask you to make an appointment. We don't make appointments. So I can almost I read it and see somebody going, okay, I got it. You don't do appointment, and then you approve it, and then it says, okay, so we'll be getting back with you to make your appointment. And it's
gotcha. Yeah, and you can't edit that to make it kind of be your own personal thing.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to say out loud, there's nothing wrong with making appointments. I think out loud, it's an entity that I just didn't want to focus on. I had such the ability. I worked from home. I generally didn't leave the house. It was so much easier to just deal with the business the best way I knew that anybody could say, I showed up and he wasn't there. No, I'm always there. Between a certain time frame, you show up, first come, first serve, and if there's work, there's work. If there's not, there's not. If I make appointments and somebody cancels, then I'm frustrated for something else, and I'd rather...
So, Justin, is it worth it switching from carbon tint to ceramic? My car has carbon tint all around, including full windshield. Her ceramic helps with heat rejection more. I live in a hot area. Yes, ceramic does help, but carbon film does help reject heat, too. So, and carbon film is just as great as ceramic. It doesn't fade. It's, color stable. The shades that's on your car is a lifelong shade of film. So, it's up to you. Is it worth
kind of a good, better, best scenario? It's still, I wouldn't say that the carbon doesn't reduce heat, and I wouldn't say ceramic does it better. Although it does, it's doing it better than the carbon, but they're both heat reducing products.
But you have to factor in, are you a tinter, or are you going to bring it to a tint shop to have them remove a ceramic film? You have to factor in that cost. Or what we offer at our shop is we will put ceramic tint on top of someone else's tint, but we don't give warranty. We don't give any kind of warranty if customers want to go that route, because we will not.
We don't know what could happen with the first.
Yeah, with the first layer.
So exactly.
It's okay to have it removed and have if that company offers lifetime warranty, or let the business look over your tint. If it's good enough to put tint on top of it, Like if it's bubbling, going blurry, we won't do it. So
Right.
yeah, you have to ask
Right.
that business if they're willing to do it and how great that first layer is of your tent. So 2 factors. And then if you're planning on keeping your car not that long, go for just put it on top if you just want to block out the heat. So how long are you keeping your car? Is that cost worth it?
Right. Good point. Yep. Definitely good point. Now I know T-Town he tints too. He has his own business tinting as well.
Wondering my appointment only at my house. To
Yep,
us,
that's how I
we're
am.
used to not doing appointments, and it works out fabulous for us just because we're used to it. Every day, we know how many cars we're gonna do. If we're doing full cars with full windshield shields and stuff like that, we may just only do 10 cars that day or something. If we're doing 2 front doors, we're taking on the jobs as they come in. And
Yeah.
lately, we open at 7 a.m. and by 8 o'clock, we're full. Customers
That's
at our
crazy.
shop will show up between 6 a.m. and we don't open till 7. But Dave's there usually. Technically, we don't open till 7 is our business hours online. But Dave's usually the early bird because to him, if you're on time, your ass is late. So
Yeah. Customers, and since they show up around 6:30ish, I just try to get there before them, have the place open, the lights on, and then I just think, like we said, you could, as an employer, you have to worry about the people you're hiring. Are they capable of handling that? Like a fast food restaurant, people just come in, get their food, and go. And another person could be better at more of a restaurant. I do like to kind of check people in and cater to them and kind of an individual your appointment. And so it's just each into their own.
I think if you were working out of your house and you want to stay working out of your house, the appointment thing is probably best. That's how we got kicked out because we got too bombarded with cars. We had, like our neighbors were awesome with it. I think there were a couple that kind of got mad with the way we ran the business because our customers would have sometimes we'll wake up on a Saturday, we'll have 20 cars outside. So we got that busy. We had our whole backyard cemented. And we're trying to hide cars as fast as we can back there. But apparently,
that's crazy.
Hiding it fast enough. So that's where we had one complaint that came in because our customers would show up. They would park their cars in our neighbors in front of the neighbor's house.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how we got in trouble.
If 10 people were coming in the morning to drop off cars, then they all have their ride. So that's 20 cars are in that just a crowd of people. And then, when you pull up to drop off your car with your buddy, and they're just like, "Well, I'm just going to leave them my car." Then yes, these people parked in front of our neighbors' driveways because they're like, "Well, I'm leaving in a couple of seconds. I'm just waiting." But they don't realize their friend is fourth in check-in line, and your friend is going to get out of here to tell us what he wants for another 10 minutes.
We have people taking naps in front of the house, in front of the yard, just because we'd be that crowded.
That's crazy.
We worked out of the house for 14 years.
It would have been a lot more controlled if it was appointment.
Yeah.
But I do think it's better,
To answer T-Town Tints' question, if you want to stay working out of your house, do it by appointments. You won't get kicked out like we did.
Yeah,
that's good info.
As an example, okay? So
that's good info.
Out though was the best thing for us. It was a blessing in disguise because we live in a small town, and shops like the one that we have, there's nothing out there. So everything happened. The shop became available. At first, we were a little upset and pissed off, who complained? Because we had that's what happened. And then after we got in the shop and everything, we're like, holy crap, who complained? We want to thank them. We want to actually,
blessing in disguise.
We were getting too comfortable.
I would have not left. But looking back, when we all say shoulda, woulda, coulda, I should have been looking for a place really within the first 3 years of my business is successfully moving forward. What am I waiting for? But I am scared of the term hiring people. You hear so many stories with the window tinting. You're just training your competition, and it's just really hard, to. We
have people that have came by, even though we're not hiring at the moment, have dropped off resumes because they want to work for us. But it's hard. We are a family-run business, and to me, we love the business. Our whole heart is in it, So for me, it's we have to bring someone in that feels kind of the same way. They don't have to love it as much as we do, but you have to respect our business. That's my thing. It's
But see that leads me to the question, Liz. That's your older daughter that works with you
Yeah.
guys now, right? How did she learn? How did she get so proficient? Because you show videos of
She
she's getting this down and she's doing this, and now she's like killing it. So how did she get all the
she
skills
was
up to
like
do all
me.
that?
I mean, we started off. Dave started me off as being kind of the grunt person. You know, I picked up liners. I went around washing cars, washing windows for like years when I started. So people say I've been tint. I technically haven't been tint for 10 years. Okay, 10 years. I got it, my feet wet. I was in the business, washing cars, washing windows for David and his friends that would help him at the shop. And I would like maybe, and then I did that for like a couple years dealing with customers, and I started heat shrinking the windows.
Yeah.
That's all I did. I never even laid the film on the glass or anything. So I started heat shrinking for a few more years. And then after that, I started laying film. That's how I learned. Watching them do it so many years, it's like that's how I learned. And the same thing with my daughter. It's like she watched us. She was the grunt person. She went around picking up film, but my daughter is like me. We're fast learners. And when it comes to like computer wise, she's so quick to learn like the system. You could teach her something, and she's like, "Oh, I have an idea to do it better." Oh, she has her own thought process with just everything. So it's
Crazy.
awesome to hire people with what is that called? People that are forward thinkers. Like they can think for themselves.
Yeah.
Like problem solvers. Yeah, you can tell.
Problem solver. Yeah.
More efficient her way.
Crazy.
I like to come up with a solution, stick to it. I'm good for 20 years.
See, my daughter and I are
Right.
different. We like to kind of come up with solutions. What's going to make it better? What's going to make us faster? What's going to help kind of like, with the business.
Grow with the business.
Yeah.
Grow with the modern times where I'm, again, like we said, I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'm still using my current, as we say, it's just a regular piece of paper, something I mocked up, there's my receipt. The TintWiz app, it's nice to know that when I transition into it, is more of a computer-generated template that looks, I don't want to say mine's unprofessional or the other one's more professional, but it is just more kind of up-to-date, modernized. It's not just the paper that I wrote on.
Yeah. Well, I think that since I've been doing the streams and talking to people, I've really learned a lot and changed a lot of things as well. You know what I mean? I've changed up a lot of different things. It's just inspiring for people, learning different things, trying new tricks since all this is coming about. I know. I wonder if I should, you know what? Let me do something really quick. I don't know if it's my mic. Can you guys hear me now or no?
Yeah. Wait, is it?
It's still crackling, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it just maybe the wire needs to be unplugged and plugged back in.
Well, I totally switched the microphone, and now I don't know why it's doing that. Still, am I there?
Yeah, it's weird. I think that first stream that I did with you, mine kept crackling on my side every time I talked. It crackled.
Is anybody?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Fair? Can you guys hear the crackling, or is it fine, or is it just us hearing it?
Yeah, let me know if you guys can hear that.
When he's talking, or is it just us?
Because I hear it. I actually hear it, but I switched to a different mic. And it's still doing it for some reason. I don't know what the heck that is, and it's annoying.
Yeah, that time we did it, I used my earbuds that were connected to the phone, and I thought that was maybe the problem. But right now, we're just off the speaker of the phone, the microphone.
Yeah. It actually sounds like somebody's typing on a computer, and I cannot understand where that's coming from. Yeah, they said they hear it. What the heck?
Yeah.
That sucks that we're having it.
Bad connection.
Someone's sabotaging us.
They're typing it.
They are.
Doing it. No.
They are, because I've had awesome streams with no issues, and all of a sudden today, I'm having this issue.
I know. I never heard this noise.
No.
Any of your live stuff, so that's weird.
And I don't want to restart it and start it back because I don't want to.
Guys?
No, I don't know. Well, you know what? I'll have to try to figure that out, but I'm not exactly sure what to mess with here.
Are you having you have a list of other people you're interviewing too, or you just kind of go week to week?
Well, see, I like to have the Wednesdays as just a brainstorm day, talk day, and hang out with people so I can talk to people in the chat and everything as well, you know? And I've been trying to have Sundays as a time to just have someone on. I have a couple people
Oh, maybe
that I
that's
like.
what it is. Is it my phone? Maybe
I don't know.
yeah, let me
It's
turn it
weird.
off. Let me just shut down my phone. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe it's two things going on at one time.
I think it might be getting some feedback from something, but I'm not exactly sure.
All right, should I just shut?
Or
Okay,
if
I'm
it's
gonna power my phone off. So
is a speaker. I don't think it's that. It might be the speaker. Is the speaker close to when I'm talking? Is the speaker close to where you guys are bringing the mic in?
Technically,
I think it.
I'm just the phone is just operating off the.
Yeah, you just have your phone, so it's picking up and going back. Yeah, that's weird. But I forgot what I was going to say there. She said, still, yeah, I can still hear it for some reason. It's when I'm talking. I think it might be. I wonder if your phone is picking up my sound and bringing it back into your, because you guys don't have any headphones or nothing on, right?
yeah, we don't. Maybe it's your connection that you're connecting to.
Let me get my headphones.
Yeah, he's gonna get his headphones. See what's going on.
But yeah, that's what I was wondering, how she learned so quickly, because that was cool to see her doing just tinting and killing back windows. It seemed like she has it like everything down. You know what I mean? That's cool. That's cool.
And also, she has that energy, you know, to kind of hop in there. So she's got.
Put that ear. Other ear.
Okay.
The other that ear.
This ear. Here, we're gonna try the headphones. I mean the.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, I can hear him.
Can you hear me?
I mean, I think we weren't the ones making the noise. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can hear you. Okay. Yeah.
No, we're good now.
But
I
you
don't
need
hear
to
any more
start
crackling.
talking.
I don't hear any crackling anymore. Can you hear me?
What was it then?
No, I don't know. I think I hear it a little bit, but I don't know until you start really having a conversation.
Can you guys hear me now? We good?
You guys good?
Can you guys hear me or no? I think we're good now. All right.
That just
All right.
seemed to
I think
clear
we're good.
something up. I don't know. It's back and forth, but I think it
Yeah,
improved
yeah,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Yeah, it should be a little bit better, hopefully. But like, so I guess one of the things I was, like I said, we were talking about your daughter and her killing it and her being good at Window Tint. It seemed like she was just a natural for it. And now you guys have the system where it seems like you got her and her boyfriend, and then you guys. But Dave, did you say that you might want to bring on more people, or you guys are good where you're at now, as far as how business is? How
We're gonna bring on more.
I'd like to try to
more?
transition that room of me, number one, not having to work as many days or in the sense of as hard as I am working. Obviously, we need to establish if we're planning on moving quite forward, people, her daughter, whatever, these people need to be able to take days off. They need to be able to go on
Yeah.
vacations, so
Yeah.
I mean, we have to bring in enough of a team that it's not, a struggle that when someone asks for time off, they shouldn't have to feel guilty. So we obviously just want to have kind of that extra help.
Yeah, kind of laid out, because this is the first real employee that we're going to bring in. Because in the past, it's always his friend that's been helping out. I never had a say in hiring. So this is going to be the first time we're going to have a say in hiring, So we're going to be picking the person. We're going to be, do you like them? Do you not? Giving them kind of that temp period. Are they working out? How's everybody feeling about them? So we all can make that decision together. Because like I said, we're a family-run business, and you have to be able to work with our family dynamic. So it's like, we want to welcome someone into the family, but it's like that person has to kind of like meet that expectation that we have. We love our customers, we have standards. We have things that you have to kind of like follow. Our customers are the world to us, so.
Yep. But do you want someone that already knows what they're doing, hit the ground running? You want someone you can kind of train your way to kind of do things? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather kind of start from the ground up. I mean, we don't have like at a barber shop, this is your chair, and you hire an experienced person, and there you go. And those are your drawers, and there's your mirror, and there's your whatever, and somebody will take care of the bill at the counter. If they tip you, it's your tip, you keep it. Where with window tinting, we're not really, haven't set up. We worked in one garage. So we only had a set of mind of one car, as many people can knock it out at one time.
We don't work off the tip. So if someone tried
Right.
to, we had a customer that was like, hey, I'm going to pay you $200. Can you get our car in? We're like, no. So we're not working off of that type of situation. No, you can't bribe us. We don't
Right.
work off of bribes either.
Right.
But yeah, so it has to be kind of person that we can bring in that, like, he said, they have to be dedicated.
But I do feel, I mean,
I can tell with the whole, their whole demeanor, how they work within the first 3 months, I can basically judge someone. Like, are they a perfect candidate for us? Of course, it's always that learning curve, but the attitude is where it's at. The attitude.
Now,
I went
Liz,
to Home Depot, and there was this.
No, go ahead. I had a question, but go ahead.
Let me talk? Okay. Yeah.
No, go ahead. Yep. Go ahead. Yep.
And there was this girl that was, oh my gosh, she was just so fabulous. I dealt with 2 other people, and just the way their demeanor, just the way, kind of like their attitude, like they hated, I felt like they hated their job.
It's easy to go to any restaurant or another facility, see people, and easily pick out great candidates.
Hi, One Stop Mobile.
When you're bringing in people as like applications, you don't know them. So it's almost nice not to say to try to steal while recruiting, but it's also nice.
Home Depot, yeah.
But it's also nice to kind of recognize like what we know we're looking for.
Yeah, I was like, the situation that I was in, kind of doing a return, had to go back several times, and this girl was just like, her demeanor. She was just so patient, the way she dealt with me, the way she dealt with all the customers, kind of, the way she handled the whole situation. I'm like, you would be the perfect candidate that I would want to hire to work for us. And she smiled at me, and I'm like, and I told Dave, oh my God, this would be the perfect person. Just kind of how she dealt with me, her situation, and stuff like that. So I feel like you don't have to turn in a resume. I could go out there and find my perfect employee.
I do think, I'm curious. I mean, my mother had been working with us, but she even said it's hard to pick up the program when she was only working 1 day a week. I do think if we were able to bring somebody in, let them work for a couple of weeks, but then they figured it out. And then, as I mentioned, if we had some of these, call them part-timers, to fill the gaps, to call when we needed. And as we're saying, people that are servers a lot of times, which I think are good candidates, they usually do work a part-time job. So they have these open days and these like only 3-day-a-week schedules, and they might want to pick up another day or two. So it'd be nice to have like a full-time candidate, but it's also keen that we may just have like the part-time candidates as well. And that's the crazy part about growing is, it's easy to say I've been a good window tinter, but it's a challenge to now become a good boss / hiring people.
He's a good boss. Dave is extremely patient. He's extremely patient. That's a pro and a con for a boss. It's like, you don't want to push, he's kind of like, I'll work with what they give me. And it's like me, it's like, no, I have expectations. Someone's going to take them 3 months to tint a door. We're giving them that 3 months to tint a door, and they need to do more, So Dave's just an all-around nice guy.
Yeah.
So he deals with people where I come in. Sometimes he'll run to hide. If we have like a customer that comes in that's like, he knows he can't deal with them, he'll like text me like, come to the shop, come to the front, I need you to help me, and stuff like that.
I put the bat signal on the wall, and she's
right.
No, so
that's crazy.
I want to say maybe the mean person behind, how there's a good cop and a bad cop.
There has to be, right?
Yeah, at home I'm the bad cop. I get the rules, the kids go to bed at 8 o'clock, and things they eat and stuff like that. People are like, oh my God, you're so strict. My daughter's been washing her own dishes at 5 years old. She washes her dishes, by herself.
Well,
so it's like,
come to my house. Come to my house. Help me. Yes. I'm telling you, I cannot.
I kind of like that at the shop too.
Yeah.
Huh?
So this is my question. So I have 2 questions. My first question was, how do you think things are going to be when you guys to have your little trip here coming up? And the second thing is, I think I talked to Dave about this, but Liz, my question is there something else that you would like to learn or maybe take on in your business that you don't do now? Liz, because I know I talked to Dave a little bit about, but Liz, you want to learn like PPF or wrapping. Do you want to learn something else? And then, like I said before, my other question was,
Yeah. I want to learn how to do PPF and maybe ceramic coating. You know, that's my take. So I was even gonna come up with the idea with like, I'm great at getting reviews. I'm great at, kind of, I have my methods, procedures and stuff. Of course, I'm not, some things are a secret. So I was even going to kind of offer someone like, hey, I could come to your shop, kind of teach you how I do things, how I get my reviews, and then maybe you could teach me how to do PPF or ceramic coating. Something like that with a give and take,
Yeah, with all these shops, I mean, I think like we say with the seeing faces, if you just like if someone just called our shop, if someone just called our shop and said, "Hey, I would be willing to teach you this if you taught me that," it's like I don't even know who you are, I don't know anything about you. But if someone was to say,
like, why would they want to do that with you?
But if we saw their video, I mean, we've seen people that Eric's show that has a bunch of people we see. It's like we feel like you're having a connection with them. That's why his show is awesome. Your show, the same thing. You're connecting people.
Hey, Rick.
How's it going, Rick? So we're able to kind of get to know people without actually meeting them. And then if those people, we're able, like, because I get interested. I see the tintology, and I just think that would be a place to go. And then I also see, like, with
you do it too, right? Yeah.
I do see, like, with Matt that does the Tint Studio, Detroit Tint Studio. I'd love to be able. I'd pay him to teach me all his streaming techniques and all that stuff. So it'd be nice to be able to meet people on a level that I've already got to know.
Oh, you're trying to call it out, Rick. Okay, let's see, Rick.
He's going down. Rick, he's calling you out. Yeah.
Rick is gonna. Yeah, he's calling our competition. We're losing to Rick.
Yeah.
He's already won, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to
Good grief.
Who's gonna win. Dave and I we have that. I think we have an advantage because we work well together. We know our strengths, we know our weaknesses.
Right.
So when we are kind of strategizing, because we have 1 hour to 10, I believe it's going to be a Dodge Charger. We're going to be 1 hour hand cut, all hand cut. We're going to tint windshield, doors, back windows, and
crazy.
In an hour, we timed ourselves because we did two windshields, and we kind of like put the timer on ourselves, but we did it in like 15 minutes. But that was because we didn't have everything set up. We have to go walk over to get our film. We didn't have our tools. I was still like walking around to kind of get my tools and stuff. So everything is all in there. I'm pretty sure the windshield we could knock it out in 10 minutes. The back window, I'm pretty sure.
But we will be within a crowd. We will be nervous. Carlos and Rick will bug us. Jason come over and try to,
Right.
But we got our wine, right?
We're going to be drinking wine.
We got our wine.
Yep. Exactly. You got the wine going down. I need to get the wine, but I need to get the wine shipped over here. I gotta purchase some of that wine. Artistic wine. Yeah. I want to. Trust me, I want to. I want to. Yeah. No, I want to hang out.
It's the event. It's crazy. To make the time for if you can.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm definitely gonna try to be there, trying to figure it out. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I want to try to come and hang out. So I'm looking forward to that. But how do you guys feel like the business is going to be when you guys leave? This has been one of the first time. I mean, is this going to be like one of the first time you guys maybe step away from the business for a while?
We think we're just... No, but we're going to probably maybe close it down for the Friday and the Monday. So we'd just be closed Friday. We're not working Saturday, Sunday. And then we'll just take the Monday off.
We're big on not taking vacations, so because Dave is so dedicated. I mean, even if we're on vacation, he's taking calls, he's answering calls, he's doing text messages. He's never really.
But you're doing the same thing too.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. So we could never step away from the business. Even if we're on vacation, we will still reply to messages.
That's crazy.
Giving people quotes. If they call us, we'll still answer.
It's easy to say out loud. I mean, as we say, it is a family. Customers are family. I mean, when people have that, I turn it off and I turn it on. Each into their own. It's just not the way we're doing it, and it's not to say it's better or worse. It's just not the way we're doing it.
Well, when I went to my
the audio is just not cut up.
When I went to Thanksgiving, I put on my Facebook is the most popular way I get calls and stuff like that. I put, I will be on vacation until such and such day. Please just, contact me after that. And I actually put on there, I was going to be on vacation, and it was rough. I'm not used to that, but I said, I'm going to do it this time because I don't want to be 5 states away and be living on my phone So I tried to make an effort to say, but then I felt like I was getting too behind after the first, second day. So then I started replying back to people, on Thanksgiving and stuff. But I tried to make an effort to distance it, but it was tough. It was tough.
No, I think there's a difference, no different than with even friends. I either have the time to answer your question or I don't. And I don't choose to look at a friend's phone call and say I'll answer it. The customers I won't. I just if I have the time, that's where it really relies on. And then replying back to people. It's the same thing. I wouldn't expect, say if I left a message at, say, a dentist office to get back to me first thing in the morning, but usually I would expect them to get back to me. I left a
Right.
message. And if they get back to me Monday morning by 10 a.m., that's awesome. If it takes them till Tuesday, at least they called me back.
That's why I love my dentist
Right.
because I have their personal cell phone number. I have my dentist.
She
Wow.
gives out her personal number.
And
See,
so if I have a
that's-
problem or anything like that, I text my dentist and he's like, "I'll get you in right away, ASAP." That's why I love them, and I
But
was
see-
the same way.
That was crazy when you told me that you give out your personal, because I would think that if you finally structure yourself into a brick and mortar business, that you just channel all that into the business and you can say, oh, I can have my phone back again. You know what I mean? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's
But
surprising.
there is room for that statement, but like what she does, like we're explaining, we just want to make sure that if someone's going to have any kind of negative review, like she said, they should be able to contact her first. And then if they have a disappointment and then leave the bad review, maybe it all makes sense. But when we get a review out of nowhere, that's where we know this doesn't seem to make sense, because they could have contacted her, or they should have called us. I mean, we're trying to make sure that we are here as often as you have a problem. We can't solve every solution, not to say there aren't ever problems that just never get resolved. But for the most part, we're willing to work with them as quickly as we can. We're not waiting.
Yeah, that's why we keep track of everything. We have all the customers on a spreadsheet. We have every single customer that come in and out. I have pictures attached to it.
That's amazing.
We ask people, sometimes somebody says,
stuff like that. So when new customers walk in, sometimes we handle thousands and thousands of people. And so I don't remember. But if a customer said, hey, I had it tinted a few months ago, I'll be able to refer back to their picture. Okay, what did we do?
And when you leave someone a message, if somebody calls and leaves you a message, when somebody calls and leaves you a message, there's a thread the last time you had any message with them. So if you just get this random thing with no other thread of messages, either they got a new phone number, or maybe once again, it's not that it's a weird concern where somebody else might say an issue, and then you look and you see they asked for a price a couple different times. They told you they were going to be late. So it's neat that, the way you keep it personal, your phone is keeping track of all that.
Yeah, I track it.
Wow.
I track everything.
That's mind blowing, because that's a lot to keep.
Reviews, and that is a lot.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. People. I think like your customer relation is just mind blowing. I mean, it's just insane. I mean, and like I said, the reviews and the pictures and seeing the people outside with their vehicles and stuff like that, that's just crazy. That's like, I could, if I tint a set of fronts on someone's truck, they pull them in, I have all my stuff ready to go, and I do that and complete it in 40 minutes or so and got them wrapped up and they're ready to go. All the customer relations that you do with that one vehicle is another so much more time, it seems like. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I mean, it's awesome, but it's just, in my mind, I'm like, gosh.
We have customers that have like calls and stuff like that, and they've been disappointed, because we can't get them in, because we open at 7 a.m. By 8, we're full already. We can't take any more jobs. So we always tell customers that, and sometimes like it gets to me, and so when customers come in, I get personal with my customers, I do tell them. So that's why, like, when we make videos, and I'm like, tell them, your personal experience of how you felt when you were here. And I had a customer that was like, I was here at 6:30 a.m. and there was already a line, and stuff like that. So I know for a fact that you have to be here early. So I'm like, let's do a video. Are you willing to do a video so that, people can kind of realize that, if a customer is saying it, it's what is that called? When you give your customer testimonial, like online, like let's shoot a testimonial, let's shoot a video with you, so I can post it on my page. So, because we do have new customers that call, and we tell them the procedure. Get here, we open at 7 a.m., but by 6:30 we already have a line. By 8 a.m. we're already full. So we have customers that are like shut up. Like, you guys are lying. Like, really? You know, they don't believe us. So I'm like,
That's
and then they show
crazy.
up and it's real and they get pissed off.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
Friday I had a
They get
customer.
pissed off and leave. And so I'm like, I told you to show up early.
On Friday we had a customer. He
That's
was third
crazy.
in line, and he was explaining to me how he thought that he was going to be early enough to be first. He said his wife was asking him, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "I got to hurry up and get over to artistic." And he's like, "This early?" And he still wasn't first. You know, so here she's
Wow.
looking at him like, "There, you've got to be
Dang.
lying. You're going somewhere else." You know.
So we're like,
Yeah.
you know,
But I will admit, you know, it's no different than like when you go to the bank. There's a line out the door, and you get in line, and you're like, you know, you're standing in line for a long time, and you're like, no one seems to be getting behind you. You're the last one. It's like if I had have just got here earlier. But it is crazy. We don't really. We're turning down a small handful of cars, but throughout the whole day, it's not as though it's weird how the people that know about us all try to show up early, and then throughout the day you get the phone calls. But we don't just. It's not slam packed of everybody that's not getting in. They just know it's like, you know, you just got to get in early, and if you don't, you
that's
can
just
give a
how we
call.
run our business. And a lot of, like, we have a lot of repeat customers. They know. So they show up early.
Yeah. But see that wouldn't. How is that though? Like, let's say you have a busy day, you get there early, and you have 8 people or so. I mean, if that's 8, let's say that's 8 or 4 sedans, even that already pushes you way into the afternoon. That seemed like it'd be.
No,
That
we
seemed
do.
like that.
We stop. That's the statement. We say, okay,
Whatever you're doing.
if anybody pulls up with a ride, we might take them. If they pull up
Okay.
without a ride, we're saying, can you leave it up till 5? And if you can't, then I guess our conversation is over. And then if you
Yeah.
call, we really don't know what time you're showing up. So unless you can
Right.
promise 15, 10 minutes, and I'll watch the clock. And if you don't show up but 10, 15 minutes, I'm going to hold a spot for you. But once that 15 minutes passes and you show up 30 minutes later and say, I called, at least we conversated. You're 15 minutes late. The spot was filled. We have no worries.
So One Stop Mobile in New Jersey asks, you guys do key drops. We don't have a drop box, but we do overnight drops. So some people will come, you know, fill out the paperwork and all that good stuff with us. And in the morning, if they, you know, want to drop off, because they're usually there about 6:30 a.m. And then some customers will show up to want to drop their car off earlier than that. Then we'll be like, you know, drop off the key. We'll work out some system.
This was the only one of the problems we found soon after the kind of call it the pandemic, is it was starting to reopen. We were getting so busy that we told people we are filled up, but if you want to leave us your car overnight, we'll take it. We would do that, and almost in a couple of day periods, we would have like a good 1 or 2 or 3 cars staying the night. People would wake up early, show up as soon as they could, and here we are telling them there's already a car in front of you.
You already got.
So
Yeah.
we try to do this new program where if you want to leave your car overnight, you just can't be first the car we're working on.
Yeah.
And then we would be able to let the people that showed up early be like, I'm first. Cool, that's awesome. I'm first. I got up early.
So everything developed.
Carlos is here now.
Yeah. So everything. Carlos.
Oh.
Everything is
Who is
developed.
it? What is that?
Johnny.
Oh.
So everything is developed, you know, as we encountered them. So that's
Yeah, you learn as you go, and that's what's
you learn. Right. So then,
I think, like
so
you said, I just think. Go ahead.
So what would be like a typical day as far as, let's say, vehicles? Like, how much volume are you guys doing? You know what I mean? To, like, you know, in
Really,
a day.
it's fair to say.
The work.
It's fair to say, like I mentioned, that 6 to not 8 depends on the front doors.
Yeah.
But 6 to 8 cars in the morning, we're like, let's stop taking them. If we catch up towards that middle, like 2 or 3 o'clock, now as a car shows up or calls, well, how long can you get here? You know, how long would it take you to get here? We might pick up those extra couple cars, but I would say we're averaging up to or over 6 cars. And that's to kind of say that would be realistic out of the whole year average, 6 or plus cars.
Wow, that's a lot.
We did 20 because they'd be like,
if we said we did 20, some companies say they do 20, but they obviously don't do 20 every day. And then if I tell you my top number, that top number could have been 5 front doors and 6 full cars.
Right, yeah.
25 cars, you know, but it would be
right.
But it's easy to say we're tinting. If we really only had 6 cars, we'd have free time. So it has to be more than 6, but I think we can average 6 or plus. So when we have, like we're saying, if it's like 5 people have dropped off cars, we pulled in 3 of them, and then more cars are showing up, we get to that visual. We have a way where we put the receipts that we're staging on a stack level, and when that's kind of generically filled, we're like, okay, I don't think we should take any more, and then we just
Be
work off
done.
that. If we catch up, we might take in one of those last cars. So some people scoot in the last minute, don't even realize that we turned down 2 jobs already. They just
Right.
show up at 3, perfect timing. I just need my front doors tinted,
How
and we're
many
like, let's
people
do it now.
do we have following us? 'Cause we were going to do a giveaway of our mugs. We're not sure how to do the giveaway. Wayne, maybe we can use your brains in that. We want to do at least 3 mugs, giving away the new mugs with our entertainment, kind of our cartoon figure.
Oh,
Yeah, we just that Tintertainment
okay,
just is
okay.
offering like our appeal. So they
Nice.
just have like the sweaters, the
So you
shirts.
guys that are watching, we're gonna be giving
Yeah,
away
yeah,
new
yeah.
mugs, and we'll figure out how to give them away. So whoever is tuning in right now,
I don't know if they have like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
random wheel thing or.
I think I don't know. Maybe if you guys are still watching, they're gonna give away hashtag artistic window tint down there, and they can pick one hashtag artistic window tint in the comments, and they can do a random thing and hook you guys up. So definitely
And that's
get
on
in on that.
YouTube or Facebook or both or what?
They could
sometimes
right here
we
in the
do
comments.
use a plotter. Yeah, we do use a plotter. We use a plotter, but if things had to be hand cut, we can hand cut too. We could do, those like plastic cars, and things like that. But we try to stray away from them. Especially doing like semi trucks. We don't do boats. We don't do RVs just because they get in the way, with our regular, customers with sedans. So we do have a tent shop that's in town that's been in business forever that we do refer customers to them, our customers. And so that's what we
I got. I got.
You
Oh,
said
I'm
if we use a
sorry. I'm
plotter.
Oh
sorry.
yeah, so if we don't,
Yep. I moved. Yep. There you go.
if we don't, yeah, so we do use a plotter. We use a plotter.
Yeah, I use Tint Tech 2020. I started off with Lumar's precision cut. We stopped using Lumar, and then as far as I moved on to the Tint Tech 2020, I've been using them for quite a few years. I've heard a different software. I would think out loud that it's roughly the same stuff, just like a Photoshop application and another program. I mean, they're roughly all the same thing. Some of them have some better key points or values, but the plotter.
There's some like patterns that we do adjust.
I think if somebody worked either whether it was a shop or a garage and had a solo kind of program, if you can get someone to cut up film for you, even if it was the receptionist or a helper, the plotter I think is just a complete benefit. If you're hand cutting some cars throughout the day and it's not a full-on 6+ cars a day program, it might not be necessary. But I do think that a plotter is an advantage to any
one
business.
stop mobile. Yeah, I do. Oh, thank you. You think if we do tent, that we could do PPF and wrap? Tent is the hardest?
He says
the
tint's the hardest. Wow.
Wow. Yeah, we
He
think
thinks-
the opposite.
yeah.
We think like the PPF and the wrap is the hardest. So we
Yeah,
did try
PPF
to
looks
get
hard.
into the whole tail light wrapping. Yeah, we tried to get into the tail light wrapping. To us, it wasn't worth it just because we weren't doing many of them. And we weren't getting
Right.
paid, we could do 2 front doors and knock it out in 20 minutes and make 100,
Right.
150, $300 for 2
Right.
front doors, versus spending $50.
And maybe your
Yeah.
company is so
Maybe
much
50
quicker.
bucks on
Maybe their
really
company is
tail
quicker. There's Carlos now.
There's
But
Carlos.
now
There's
maybe their
Carlos.
company,
Right.
maybe their company is just quicker at a PPF.
Yeah.
That's what their niche is faster at PPF than we could
Right.
ever learn, and our tint techniques are quicker than they might be able to catch up with. So that's a 30-minute marker.
Hey, Carlos, Dave thought you had joined earlier.
It was a
He thought
Texas. It said Texas, didn't it, or no?
Yeah.
What was it? It
He
said
saw
something.
someone-
It was like TNT tint or something
I'm
like
not.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
not wearing my glasses. I need my glasses.
Right.
Yeah, he had his glasses and he had been wearing them, so he can't really read
He's a
them.
little late to the party, but how's everyone going?
We're a little late.
Doing
He's
good?
a little late.
Good.
He's
Yeah.
fashionably
Well,
late.
yeah, you were a little late.
No, but I said
He's too busy
that
entertaining the Tintertainment page.
I said that maybe for the three giveaway hashtag artistic window tint. We have 2 people that hashtag so far. So that's it. So we got
We
2.
got one more winner available.
Hashtag.
One more winner.
And that-
We're
hey.
giving away 3 mugs. 3 FDR
First come.
mugs.
First come, first serve. And I want to buy a sweatshirt. I want to buy a sweatshirt. So when you get a large sweatshirt, let me know. I want to buy a sweatshirt. I want to have it sent over. So
It is that program, which is nice. Like we're saying, everything that they're helping and putting on. Tintwiz website, tintwiz.com, I think, has a what is it, like a place to buy stuff, sweatshirts, and there's all these different companies as far as the tint companies that have their own kind of sweatshirts. Yeah. So you're buying it from the website, and then it's not to say nothing to do with us, but we're not even a part of the transaction. Kind of like yours. I think you have your YouTube channel when some of your shirts get made, right? They're just on the fly.
Yeah, they're on the fly. But I wanted one of the OG artistic window tinting sweatshirts. I wanted one of the OG back the ones. You know what I'm saying? I wanted one of your guys' ones. So yeah, straight from California.
Oh, you want the want you out there?
I've designed a handful of yours. That one says.
What size are you?
Read that.
I'm a large.
Okay. Look at you one.
What did I say?
Let me know. I'll send PayPal. Let me know.
Tint Town Tints is saying, I'm using Flex software, looking pretty good. I've used a lot of software, really liking theirs. I got away from 2020 through using Lumar. Gave us theirs for free. Now I'm on my way. So Flex Film is my go-to. Is that a question or just telling us?
Yeah, I think it's just information. I wanted to give it a shot. Yeah. I don't want to necessarily. When I buy mine, I get a year subscription. So when the timing's right, maybe next year, like that month left to go or something, I can do a trial month period of another software, decide if I like it enough to switch over. But I do feel they're all roughly the same. The one that we're using, the way that we're saving our current, if you have a pattern that you want to enlarge or something and you save it, there's just small tweaks that we've made over the years that when we open up that same year, make, and model, it's ready for us to use it the way we were preparing to use it.
We adjust it and stuff like that. Something that's a bit, so we have all our tweaks and adjustments.
So you'd be starting over with a whole new software. Yeah, every time you use new software, you start from the beginning.
And that's kind of with using a new software. I think you have to be capable of kind of knowing, how to run.
It's like window tinting. You could learn how to tint one door, but the next car, it's not the same thing. So the same thing with the software. You might learn how to get the program started, but
you wouldn't know how to do adjustments and things like that because you have to know how to use software.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. I guess.
It does.
It does. Yeah.
I don't know why it's telling us our battery's low. I got it plugged in, but it might be draining a little bit faster than the cord.
Yep.
We're probably at 20%.
So our program.
Did we get a third? At
I don't think
at Artistic Window Tinting? I'm gonna do it. Give me your phone. I'm gonna text it. I'm gonna win this card.
Yeah.
We don't even buy. We're not there. Not our cups. I'm gonna win one.
So if you guys want,
right.
Which is kind of looks something like this, but it's gonna be in this cup. It looks, kind of like our logo.
Nice.
So it's gonna be
there you go.
Cup like this, something similar like this. So we're getting 3 of them away. So all you have to do is hashtag artistic window tint.
Hashtag artistic window tint, guys. Get a free cup. 2 people. You have to check the comments. But we got 2 down there. So
we need one more.
And this is Facebook or YouTube or both, or where are we at here?
This should be on both. It should be on both. But I don't know if they're on both though. They might only be on YouTube though. I see these. Everyone's on YouTube right here.
Platforms.
Matt?
Yeah, I can see both. Yep, but these people that commented, they're all on YouTube. So.
Runner Window Tint, what's up?
Oh, there it is. There's the third one. Look who showed up and got the third one.
Okay, so Texas. Hey, what? You're running the thing. Why are you getting one for free?
He deserves it. He needs to have what is it? The shelf with every. That's what we want to do. Get one from every company.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. It looks like we have Matt hanging out for a minute too.
Oh,
yep, there he is.
Matt. Let us know if you're going to be there. I text Matt. I messaged him, so he's going to, supposedly, we are hoping that he can make it to Texas, and kind of hang with us and stuff like that.
Yeah,
he's the dedicated work. Like I see him every Saturday, Sunday morning doing his live streams.
So Dave's the person that we don't catch your live show. He's always running it at the shop. So we're watching Matt, we're watching yours, we're watching Eric's, we're watching everybody. We're streaming it on the shop's TV.
Yeah, we
That's
catch up,
awesome.
or we're either trying to watch live or catching up throughout the days.
Yeah, so we try
See,
to
that's
watch all
awesome.
of
That
you
makes me.
guys.
And that's what's crazy.
I
I mean,
want to.
some people are dedicated to watching TV shows, and each into their own. But I enjoy. There's so many activities of us window tinters that are putting activity that it's like a nice way to keep up with. I don't need to watch Law and Order SVU
As
or
the
whatever
world
it is. I
turns
can
or
watch
something.
window tinners.
I
Yeah.
don't have time already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
world
like
turns.
to
Right.
look
Right.
into it. All right, man.
Days
So
of.
make it. Make it a family trip. Bring the wife,
The
bring
new child, the new baby.
Yeah. That'll be family for
And like
real.
I said,
That'll be family for real.
so we're thinking,
That'll be
so that'd be
awesome.
cool to kind of get to meet everybody that we've been chatting with. Liz, the Window Tint Queen, the Six Crazy Challenges, YouTube Center testing, testing con. Wait, our
Tinter test. Tinter test tasting.
Okay.
He wants. He wants to get his drink on. Yeah. Awesome. Hey, well, guys, it's been about an hour. I think I'm gonna wrap up. I appreciate you guys hanging
Yeah.
out with me, though. I greatly appreciate it. I know Liz was a little bit nervous, but I told you we could be sitting here all night talking about something. It just keeps going. You know what I mean?
We're gonna be on Eric DeVoshes on the 14th, Wednesday.
There you
So
go.
you guys tune in. We have a big announcement that we're going to be announcing. I'm gonna be announcing.
Liz has a big announcement.
Yeah. So
All right.
tune in.
You guys
to
hear it.
Eric DeVoshes.
You guys hear it. Tune in.
I forget. At
4
Is it-
4
is it-
p.m.
4 p.m.
East
Pacific.
or Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah. 4 p.m.
4 p.m. Okay. Everybody better tune in. Everybody, go follow Liz's
Pacific.
social media. I have it
Yeah,
all
Pacific.
down in my description. Go check it out.
Awesome. Thanks everybody for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining, everybody. We appreciate it. We appreciate the talk.
Yeah.
This was pretty much laid back. We were relaxed. I think I finished off the wine.
Yeah, no more wine
Yeah.
left.
No cuss words or anything like that. I kind of kept.
Hey, no, we
Is it PG rated or?
it's PG. It's PG. We're just hanging out. We're just hanging out, relaxing on a Sunday evening afternoon.
Dave is pretty smooth. Look at that. He is hella smooth.
David the Shaver.
Yeah, that's smooth. That's way more smoother than this. That's smooth right there. No doubt. No, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you guys hanging out.
There too. We want you there, Wayne. So be there in Texas. We'd love to meet
I-
everybody that we've been talking to and stuff.
Yes, I want to try to get down there. We got to figure out that whole the overnight situation. But I want to go. I want to hang out with you guys. So that's I'm planning for it. No doubt.
All right. Yeah.
But I
Ted
appreciate
Pro,
you guys.
we'll see you in Houston.
Hi, Tint Pro.
You guys remember to go support the entertainment and buy, our gear, buy somebody else's gear, buy the entertainment gear, You guys,
No doubt.
You know what this is? It's for Johnny Dixon, and it's to support him. He does have cancer. He's our tent family.
Yeah, the proceeds are helping out his hospital bills and everything, and then just the whole community of all of us getting together. I think Expel is putting on a lot of the film.
They're awesome. Yeah, they're donating a lot of their film to this.
I think Ralph Van Pelt, is one of our judges, so hopefully he'll make sure we win.
That's
Because we use his product.
No, it's my heart. Show me win.
Yeah. Hook them up.
So, it's gonna be a fun event. Hope you guys are there. We want to meet everybody. And then if you guys, kind of want help, questions, or anything like that, reach out to us.
Yeah,
No
we have
doubt.
the Window Tinting Queen, Window Tinting Life, Artistic Window Tinting, and then definitely with
No
Wayne's
doubt.
channel, it's kind of helped us show everything off too.
Yeah. Definitely. Go give them a follow down in the links. No doubt. All right, guys.
And
we're gonna
like
wrap it
Wayne's, make sure we like this YouTube.
up. No doubt.
Thank you, Wayne.
All right, guys. We're gonna be out.
for having
You guys
us.
have a
Good
good
night,
one.
everybody.
Good night.
All right. Good night. All right, guys. Thank you guys for stopping in, man. We're gonna wrap up. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Today was crazy. Today was fun. Talking to Liz, talking to Dave. We had a good time. Thank you guys, Liz and Dave, for taking time out of your evening, your Sunday evening to hang out. We're all gonna get back to Window Tinting tomorrow, man. So I appreciate everyone. Also, I didn't have a chance to say, but I appreciate everyone that gave a super chat. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for helping out the channel. I appreciate that as well. So everyone that was here, man, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thanks again to Liz Philip and Dave and Carlos and everyone else. I'm not even going to start naming. We got a lot of people hanging out with us, and I really appreciate it. You guys have a good week. We'll try to see you on Wednesday. Peace. Stay faded.